Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 4, Episode 15, Trick or Retreat. We got 15. I feel like we ain't did nothing in all 15 episodes. It's just more of the same. I'm a little bit bored. I'm seeing now that we're going to pick up in this second half with some stuff we have already seen play out on the social medias. So it's kind of like anticlimactic because like we know Martell got into a fight. We saw it. We know Melody went live, and then she and what's her name, and Wanda got into it. Like, we know, we saw it. Anyway, here we are. Episode 15. Tisha, Kimmy, and Tiffany, they go rock climbing. I don't think any of them completed the, you know, getting all the way to the top and bing, hitting the thing. But it's an activity for us to get together and talk about the same thing once again. We have to rehash this guy's trip over and over and over again. It's like, was that the highlight? Like, nothing went down. There's nothing to talk about after, you know, after them coming home and, you know, maybe discussing it with their wives. But other than that, like, there's no need to continue this any further. But anyway, we continue further. Kimmy is deathly afraid of heights. And so she really wasn't here for the rock climbing, but she went on ahead and she was a good sport and she tried it. And nobody wanted to, you know, and I've done this activity before. I want to say I was at Andretti, which is like super fun. You know, you have the indoor zip line, you know, you have the arcade, it's like Dave and Buster's on speed. But anyway, doing that rock climbing and then having to let go and just letting yourself fall back. It's like, no ma'am. I hated it. I didn't like that either. I didn't like the feeling of just falling back and trying to trust this little bitty cord that y'all have me hooked up to. I was with Kimmy on that, but Kimmy was crying and everything. Listen, I'm with you. That falling down, that whole thing. Yeah, no. But anyway, they sit down and they talk about the guy's trip. You know, I talked to my husband. Oh yeah, I talked to my husband. Oh yeah, he told me that too. Oh yeah. Anyway, Tiffany still don't feel like Louis should have any issues with their sex life. She just doesn't understand where it's coming from because, according to her, he getting it whenever he wants it, wherever he wants it, however he wants it. So she's confused as to why he would be raging about his sex life. Whatever, child. Tisha, you know, she tells them why they're all here. You know, she wants them to come on a couples retreat with her. She lets them know that she went to go see Dr. Francis, and he suggested that she and her, you know, couple friends come on the trip. And since they're the only married couples, she's extending the invitation to them. Tiffany's on board. Hopefully Louis can get his little self together and why he's so horny all the time. And of course, Kimmy is on board as well. She says, well, the last time Marie saw Dr. Francis, she got a honeymoon. So she's also on board for the couples retreat. They just have to get these men on board. Melody. So let's wrap her whole thing up. It's very short, short, cut and dry. She's co-hosting an event at a amphitheater that is opening up in Huntsville. I think it's the first one, they said, but she and another person will be hosting the grand opening of it. And so she's getting ready for that, picking out outfits, all of that. Her mom is there. You know, her mom has to mention, it would be nice if the kids could come. Melody's like, well, me and Martell really ain't there yet, so she got to take what she can get, you know. So she's not going to reach out to him, mainly because she feels like he's not there yet. He hasn't shown her any growth yet. And so co-parenting, you know, where she's calling him, he's calling her, where they're checking in with one another via text, email, all of that. It's just not. And so she says she's going to keep her boundaries where they are until Martell starts to show some growth. Cool. Okay, then we have the event. And you know, it's people, the people show up, you know, the people are out there. It's hot. She gets out there, you know, Melody does her thing. She turns it on. Of course, she's a great personality. She's a great host, all of that. She gets a break in between, you know, the program. And Martell is also there. He does show up with the kids, you know, so he's going to extend this olive branch, I assume. You know, it's very awkward. The two of them have not been around one another. They ain't seen one another. They ain't talked to one another. So this interaction is very awkward. But he does bring the kids back to her room, to her dressing room. You know, they're excited to see their mom. They're excited to see their grandmother. Van is so excited. You know, she's thanking him. Thank you for bringing him. Thank you. Martell, yeah, you know, I had to bring him to see their mama, you know, because he wants to look like the nice guy. You know, he's the good guy. Melody is the bad guy for not bringing the kids to their book signing. But Martell is the great white hope for bringing these kids to see their mama. Do what she does, you know, and they're excited to see their dad. Van takes them out. Again, this interaction between the two of them is very awkward. Very awkward. It's very awkward. You know, it's that small talk. It's crazy how you can go from waking up to somebody every day, seeing them every day, talking to them every day, loving on them every day, getting them every day, to, what's up, dog? And they ain't even give each other that. It was, oh, nice to see you. Thank you for bringing the kids. Yeah, so. Oh, I saw you did that wine thing. That was nice. That was nice. It was nice. So I'm going to go back out. I'm going to go back out. Thank you for bringing the kids. I'll talk to you later. It was weird. It was very awkward. Hopefully they can get back to a place where everybody can be, you know, one cohesive, blended family. You know, that's the goal. When couples separate, that's the goal. To be, everybody be on one accord. Everybody's on one page. You know, no toxic energy, none of that. So it was good to see that they didn't do all of that, because they very well could have done all of that, but they did not. Martell is different this season, and he really is. It does show that. I think that now he's settled in with the fact that this is his fault. The whole situation, his marriage falling apart, you know, losing his wife, the children, you know, now having to live in two separate households, like all of that. Martell, I think, is now sitting with it, and it's just, you know, it's time to just be accountable. It is what it is. You know, you have to just come to grips with that. It was you. You know, for all last season, he tried to paint that picture like, oh, it was us. She was doing it too, and I was doing it. No, it was us. No, you. Take responsibility for you. And I think Martell is starting to get that. So kudos to you, Martell, for being, you know, being calm, cool, and collected and not petty. Like you could have been, like you have been in the past. You could have turned it back there in that dressing room and ruined her whole situation. But you didn't. Good job. Okay, so remember when, like I said, Martell can go left? Okay, so he went left here in this scene with Lewis. He drops by Lewis's gym, and you know they play catch or whatever, and they're talking, and you know, Lewis asks, just checking in, you know, how is the situation with Mel. And according to Martell, Mel is dark, her heart is dark, you know, she's dark and evil, according to him. Like she's for Mel and Mel only. She ain't got no friends. The friends in her life, you know, she's using them, and once she can't benefit from them anymore, you know, they'll be thrown to the wayside like Destiny, like everybody else in the past. And so Martell still got smoke for Melody, because he feels like she's playing keep away with the kids. Lewis alludes to that as well. You know, do you think she's, you know, trying to hold kids away from you? Like, Lewis, Just listen, okay? Just listen. Don't have input. Just listen. Because I don't think that's what Mel is doing. She says she's setting up boundaries, but the fact that Martell says he's been texting her, emailing her, they're all left on read or they go unread. And so he has no way of communicating with her, honestly. But it's like, you got to be communicating with her in some way because y'all are transporting the kids back and forth. So I know you're talking to her at some point. Like, I don't know if you want outside conversations or if you want, you know, her to, you know, check in with you. Like, I don't know. I don't know what he want outside of, hey, it's your weekend. I'll be around near about 6 to drop off the kids. Like, I don't know what else he wants, but Martell say Melody's not giving him anything. Whatever. All right. Now, the ladies, all 3 of them have to sit down with their husbands, of course, and drop the bomb on them that they'll be going on a couples retreat over the weekend. And so first up is Maurice and Kimmy. Maurice does not want to go. First, he's like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, we don't have issues. Like, why would I do a couples retreat? Like, why would I do something like that? We don't have problems. This is very much going to be about problems within the marriage. And he feels like they don't have any. Honestly, what I think is you just don't want to drudge none up. You know that there are problems there, but you would rather keep them right where they're at instead of bringing them to the forefront in front of other couples, especially your brother and sister-in-law. And actually Tiffany and Lewis. I'm assuming this is his reservations are the fact that Tiffany and Lewis might be there to be all in their business. But I mean, whatever, Maurice, you going. He says that because she asked, you know, because she says maybe I could learn something, you know, from the other women. Everybody got room to learn and grow. Is there anything in particular that I can improve on? He says, yep, sex every day. And she looks at him like, no. Like, I'm not doing that. That's excessive. It's not excessive. It's excessive. And then she says, it's like it's never enough. Like, I can commit to twice a day and that still won't be enough. You know, like, and I'm just, Maurice, I don't know what your problem is, but you're gonna have to masturbate or something. You're gonna have to masturbate on in those times where you just have these urges like all the time. Like, ain't nobody finna just be climbing on top of dick 24/7 all the time, every day, every time you want it. Like, what do you think this is? When people get married, they don't sign up to be sex slaves. We just, you know, you granted, you should always please your partner. You should always be willing to please your partner. But when a bitch don't feel like it, then she just don't feel like it. And you don't get to get mad and, you know, whatever. Because she don't feel like it, Maurice. I don't know what his problem is, but he gonna have to relax. He says, I'll agree to go on the trip if you agree to sex every day while we're there. Or no, twice a day. It was every day, to sex every day or twice a day, something like that. And she was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'll agree. No, that's what it was. He said, you need to agree to sex twice a day while they're on the trip. She says, I'll agree to sex every day that we're there. Because they're only going to be there for 2 days. Only going to be there for 2 days. But it's like, you're crazy, Maurice. You have these expectations, and Kimmy is just not willing to fulfill. Kimmy's just not doing that. She's just not doing that. I don't know what is wrong with him, but he is not. You're not going to make her do it, all that. He tried to guilt trip her, you know, on some, well, if you don't want to do what your husband is asking you to do, then, you know. Okay, whatever. So you're going to pack your bags so we can go on this couples retreat? Anyway, Maurice, Tiffany and Lewis. Now they have the conversation as well. And Tiffany and Lewis, you know, Lewis, of course, says that hopefully they can get their sex situation under control. Again, y'all, I'm bored. I don't even want to rehash it because it's like all 3 of y'all had the same conversation. Y'all had the same conversation. They really made us sit through this 3 times and called it an episode. Tiffany and Lewis have this very passive aggressive exchange with one another as it relates to their sex life and what their issues are and what their issues are not. They both going on a trip, whatever, you know, like we'll see them when they get there. They're going to go with a positive attitude, a positive mindset. Hopefully they can learn something. Kudos to y'all. Tisha and Marceau. So she's packing, and Tisha's the only wife that did not be fully honest with Marceau about what the trip was, what it would entail, what they going for, all of that. He thinks it's just a couple's trip and not a couple's retreat. He does not know that Dr. Francis will be there and his wife. He don't know it's a setup. She say it's better to ask for forgiveness than ask for permission in this particular situation, because she got to get them there, get him there. So she gonna only give half truths, you know, and so that's what it is. He wasn't too keen about Tiffany and Louis going, like, we don't even really know them like that. Whatever, Marceau. Like, he got all this to say. Like, okay, are you over it or not? Because it's looking like you still got a little bit of heat, a little bit of shade for them, and I don't get it. Anyway, he starts, you know, throwing out all this stuff they can do, or we can do this and we can do that, because he thinks it's a couples trip. So of course he's trying to create, you know, an itinerary for couples. You know, let's go to this lounge, let's go to this bar. The guys, we can go to a cigar lounge, you know, or maybe I can do some work. She's like, no. Itinerary is set. Let's just go on the trip. You know, it's gonna be couples related, couples centered. You know, we're all going to be together. Girl, just tell that man he going on a couples retreat. Just tell that man he going on a couples retreat, because he will embarrass you in front of all of these people. He will embarrass you, just like he did when you tried to surprise him with renewing the vows. Didn't you learn, Tisha? Didn't you learn? Anyway, y'all, that's where I'm going to end, because I done already talked about Mel's event, and that's what occurred afterwards. So let's go and wrap this up. They're going to go on a trip. Like I said, we are going to get the second half and get into some more stuff. I'm assuming the highlight of this half was that whole fiasco with Uncle Bernard, or Cousin Bernard, and Wanda them at the tasting thing. You know, that's what they geared us up for 15 episodes. I don't even know why we go this long. Why are we going this long? Like, give me a solid 12. And then, you know, let's cap it off at 12, and let's just call a thing a thing. I'm good with 10 episodes, honestly. And, you know, wrapping it up and then coming on back, you know, a little bit later, but 25 episodes. That's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, if I was getting paid for these videos, I really wouldn't mind. I really wouldn't mind if the checks were rolling in for every video I did, but soon come. Y'all tell the people to come on over here to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay? Thank you. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.